Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV. Post-match reflection and thoughts on the squad after the Villa mauling. Fair play to Villa, and thanks to all the Villa fans that sort of came out in force. I was just thinking about it this morning. It'd be good to have Wolves and Albion and have 3 big pre-seasons. That would bring some money in, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, we start with the keepers. Owen Evans first off. What do you think of him?
Owen Evans played for Cheltenham last season, helped him get promoted. He's looking quite well. People said his distribution was a bit poor before he joined us, but as we found out against Villa, it's actually not that bad.
I thought he was very good, wasn't
he made some very athletic saves, I'd say,
he
as well. Did jump a lot, which is good for a keeper. Like, you know, he's not going to be glued to the floor. You know, he's like, you know, he's got the passion to jump everywhere. And it's a good change.
He was good. I think knowing that he was a keeper that's got a team out of this league.
Yeah.
His big confidence.
Morale, I'd say, yeah.
Adam Sibek.
Oh god. I mean, maybe it was just like a one-off game. Who knows?
Yeah, I think maybe we shouldn't be too harsh on him, but it was badly at fault for the fourth goal, wasn't it?
Our first looks at him, he didn't look the greatest, but you never know. Maybe moving on further in the season, he might do us well.
We certainly, if Owen Evans has a couple of bad games, we won't be screaming for Sivek to get a go, will we?
No.
Not really. On to the defence, I think the key talking point is Mr. Trialist, who was Ben Richards' Everton. 30-year-old, played for Barnet in the National League last season. What do you think of him?
To be fair, he did look very promising. He looked very good. Yeah, until things, but like. Yeah, he commanded the back four quite well, I'd say. Always keeping the line high, making it sure to catch the Villa players offside, which obviously...
He was communicating a lot, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was very good communication. He's not one to shy down by the looks of it. And
mistakes aside.
Yeah, mistakes aside, he looks like a good player, and I think we should shine him. But the mistake he made against Cameron Archer was costly for us.
Yeah.
Conceded the goal from it. But I think, how old is he?
30.
Oh. I'm saying maybe he just needs a bit more of that little experience push, just so show him. But he's 30, so he's kind of past that.
That doesn't really bode well, does it?
No.
The thing is, you've got to compare him to Rowling Mayonnaise.
Yeah. I mean, Rowling...
He's under contract, Rowling. They're trying to offload him. But was Richards Everton any better than Rowling?
I think he's just got more of a physical presence, this Everton geezer.
Yeah.
He's a lot bigger.
I think he scored a few from headers last season.
Yeah, so aerial presence will be good for us, I reckon.
That's one. The other guy in backup we didn't see, O'Sheen McKenty. It's going to be a while before he's with us.
Yeah, he's got an injury, hasn't he?
I think he was what?
Injury.
Yeah, shoulder injury. Had an operation on it. Back three for first match of the season, home to Hartlepool on 30th of July. That's not far away now, is it?
Actually, you know.
Daniels, Clark, and Month. Looks like that's pretty set as that back three.
Yeah.
Talking wing backs, on the left side, Liam Gordon's had that foot injury.
Yes.
Tyler Allen yesterday, left wing back. He's a new favourite player for me already.
Yeah, very good. I'm liking him.
He was putting himself about,
combative,
getting forward.
Yeah.
And he's not a shirker by any means. He's like another Kinsella, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sort of plenty of effort, but he's got quite a lot of style to him.
Yeah, well, yesterday. Or Saturday, whenever you watch it. He put 3 Villa players on the floor and didn't move.
He was solid, wasn't he?
Yeah, solid. He just stood there. The one incident was when the Villa player ran into him and the Villa player just fell down.
Off him.
Literally bounced off him. And then the second one, he got sandwiched in between 2. And the 2 Villa players bounced off him and he was in the middle.
And the thing is, but from appearance, he looks very athletic. He doesn't look like a tank or anything.
He doesn't look like an absolute unit. But
so that's an interesting. I think because of the injury to Liam Gordon, he's definitely a nailed-on start for left wing back for the Hartlepool game. Now, opposite side, this is a big one really. Hayden White or Liam Bennett. Liam Bennett yesterday was hot, wasn't he?
It was very good yesterday. Good. Very, very good. Hayden White, I feel like it would fit a back 3 more.
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah.
The thing is, I think for the rigours of League 2, is Liam Bennett going to struggle? So there's a lot more physicality, isn't there, in League 2?
Yeah.
I think perhaps a good one off the bench.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I'll say that as well. I think it would be a good one off
And
the bench.
Hayden White to start.
Yeah, because Bennett has the pace and the little nippy bit, as well as the defending.
He got some good crosses out, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, but Hayden White's got he's got all those qualities, but he's just got a bit more height, hasn't he? And he's got a bit more experience of the game.
If we're under the cosh, he's probably the guy you'd want, isn't he?
Who? Bennett?
Now Hayden White.
Oh yeah.
Got you. Midfield, couple of trialists. Liam Green, he came on as left wing back. Didn't really sort of impress. Can't really say much about him really.
Yeah, I didn't really
the guy in the middle, Anurin Livermore, the blonde-headed lad. Mike Flynn's come out and said they'd done a lot of conditioning work, so he put a lot of work into his legs during training, and he thinks he didn't really sort of see the best of him. I think he looks shocking, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I mean,
you never know.
He's got more chances, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's got more chances.
It could be just like a fitness issue, which is why I didn't perform against Villa.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Earing, he's out with a slight injury, so want to see him back. Combley, again, didn't over impress, but he's coming from non-league, so he's sort of.
He's not building himself up.
He's getting there.
Get up there a bit more.
Perry, Sam Perry didn't get a run out.
No.
We've got Labadie coming back, Jack Shaw as well. So we're starting to get topped up with midfielders. So we need Livermore. You know what I mean? To be honest.
Yeah, well, it depends, doesn't it? Because maybe we're bringing in Livermore because we send our other players out on loan.
Yeah,
because they need a bit more experience. But then you'd think, in a League 2 team, this is where you want to get your experience.
Yeah, that's it. How far can you go down to get proper experience of league football?
I mean, look at Joe Folks. He's gone to Kidderminster. He's got what? 2 leagues below, isn't he?
Yeah. Another year with Kidderminster, and Joe Folks is going to be either ready for the first team or finished. As far as Walsall's concerned, I think. Yeah. Hopefully, it's looking good for him. He'll be back with us. So the midfield three, Kinsella was his normal tigerish self. Yeah. Trying to play the ball forward more, but I think, as we said in our match day vlog, sometimes he's playing just balls into channels and nobody's there. So he needs to smarten up on that, I think.
Yeah, but then I think it's a good thing that he's passing forward now. And the balls that he is putting forward are good balls, they're just not to anyone. So if you think we get like Timmy Abraham or what's his name? Taylor?
DJ Taylor.
Yeah, so DJ Taylor or Williams.
Yeah.
Get ahead on one of that, and there's a chance
it might work.
Yeah, so it could be working.
Moving on swiftly, Joe Riley, very impressed with him.
Yeah. He's another Kinsella, except for he goes forward a lot more. He usually drifts out wide, doesn't he? He usually drifts out wide, puts the ball in the box. So
he's got a lot more about him, I think.
Yeah.
He's like an improved version of Kinsella, I think, in honesty. Now, Kinsella has been sort of our go-to player for man of the match. But I think he's going to have some competition this season. The quality of the squad looking much better at this stage. Many had him as man of the match. Isaac Hutchinson. Yeah. He had a great start, didn't he?
He would have been my man of the match. Performed really well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Had a lot of good runs, balls forward as well.
Very combative as well. It wasn't sort of.
Yeah, it wasn't backing down from it.
Good feet, good quick feet.
Yeah.
So it was good. But the guy that replaced him, Roman Mayer, he did alright, didn't he?
He did. Ram was
I think he had a smack in the face the moment he got on the pitch.
He did.
And took him a couple of minutes to get over that. But then,
except from that, he had that really good chance, right up against the Villa keeper. And we were there, and we were like, come on.
We really wanted him to score, didn't we? He's one of our own, isn't he?
Yeah, and then sadly he missed that opportunity. But then he drifted outside the box, and the ball landed to him, and he just had a pop. I was like, where's that came from? But it was
and really, I think Timmy Abraham's had one earlier. But I mean, that was Walsall's best chance of a goal.
Yeah.
So
probably was.
Ram, I think, is he first team ready?
I'd say he is. But then you look at all the other players that we have, and you think, where's he going to play? Maybe he might come off on the bench.
I think he's definitely a player that, I think, similar to Bennett. I think he's definitely a player we're going to be using off the bench this season.
He's definitely a player who needs to
have a lot more games. Squad.
Yeah, he needs to be embodied into the style of play and the physicality.
Yeah, he's doing good. We say DJ Taylor. That was, of course, Douglas James Taylor. Yeah. But DJ Taylor sort of rolls off the tongue a bit better.
Yeah.
He didn't have a particularly great game, did he? But I think
but I didn't really see him that much else.
I think he was up against some excellent £36 million defenders.
Yeah.
So
that's understandable.
so I think he's got better fights to face, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Andy Williams, when he came on second half, he was solid, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He looked himself about, bit of experience.
He did look like George Miller a bit. He was chasing the ball a lot, and you could see he's got the fight that we need.
And it was his ball across for Timmy Abraham, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Timmy Abraham, yeah.
The good thing is with Williams and the team now is that we'll be playing two up front, whereas George Miller.
That's what we were screaming for, wasn't it, last season?
George Miller was only up by himself. I feel like if you had Williams and Miller together, I don't think it would work because they're both players who want to chase after the ball.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would work. So I'd rather take Williams over Miller, to be honest. I reckon. Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Trialist that sort of took a lot of focus, Timmy Abraham. He had a really good game, and again he was up against
Mings, Diego
top,
Carlos, Callum Chambers.
He was up against top Premier League players, and he looked like he's capable of doing stuff in this division. Got a lot of pace to him, and the rumour is that he really wants to sign for Walsall. Before we go into Timmy Abraham, one more trialist, Jonas Mukuna. He looked lost, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't an impressive trial. Maybe against lesser opposition, he may sort of come good, but not too great at the minute. Timmy Abraham, he looked good, didn't he?
Very promising.
I think, given the run in the team, I think we could really see some really special stuff. And of course, the last guy that we had from Fulham, we know how well he did.
He did amazing.
So I think we want to tie him up on a decent contract, a 2-year contract with an option on the third, perhaps. And word is he wants to join us and work with Mike Flynn again. And of course, it was Mike Flynn that took him to Newport. His history last season: 12 games, 1 goal, 4 yellow cards. So he's not the polished article by any means.
No,
but
I think when it comes to Walsall, I think our training team will boost him, like they did with Elijah. And I think coming to Walsall, there's a lot more experience. There's a lot of experienced players, isn't there?
Yeah.
Around, so you got like Peter Clark, for example, and Williams.
Great influence on players.
Yeah, 2 good influence on the younger players coming through. And even though Timmy hasn't scored that many goals, you got to look at the teams that he's been at. I mean, he started at Fulham, then went on loan to a couple of other places. He hasn't really had time to settle into a team.
But I think of his 12 games that he played for Newport, I think a lot of those were cameos. He's not really started.
Yeah.
I think, as I say, a run of games could really see him turn into a right old proper striker.
Yeah, I think that's what he needs.
There's no better example than having your brother, Timmy Abraham, doing so well. He's physically, he looks very similar. He's got a lot of pace to him as well. Mm-hmm. So there's every opportunity there, isn't there?
There is.
We look forward to the next one. We're away to Leamington. I don't know if that's going to be the reserve guys more so. And then next up, Telford away. Stephen's not available for that, so I'm taking the missus. So we're going to be in Telford. And then on the Tuesday, back at the Bescott for the visit of Coventry. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Right then, Wolves Fan TV, thanks for watching. Champion.
Isn't that rare? Don't want any ice cream.
It's a plane. Can we focus on what we're doing?